I'm very interested to see what kind of homebrew people are making.
After losing my last job in November of 2022, I told myself that I was never going to put myself in a position where my career relied on somebody else. And that's when I decided to start designing for TTRPG. At the time, I told myself one magic item a day, bare minimum that I would do. Now, a few years later, with some friends who are helping me with art and with a little bit of writing, this is the stuff that we've managed to create thus far. All of it you can find on our Patreon, some of which is free, the rest of which you have to be at least at the adventurer tier to get access to, but here's what we have. The Onaroxi are a species that are two souls intertwined into one body, one of which is the Onaroxi, the other is the Somni spirit. They were heavily inspired by the Kalishtar, that's what the character was to begin with, but we had homebrewed and changed so much of it that we turned it into our own species, and the spirit and the Onaroxi switch spots, basically reincarnating and swapping who's the spirit and who is in control. The one who's in control has no memory of their previous life, but the spirit does. Depending on how well their relationship is going, they could end up as an omen scarred, which is more nightmare related, or they could end up as a lucid touch, which is more, along the lines of like lucid dreaming. The Path of the Burning Heart Barbarian is able to channel their rage into searing hot power, and at higher levels can even summon magma and bursting igneous rock out of the ground to help control the battlefield. The College of Celebration Bards is asking the questions, what if I didn't go to college to learn? What if I went to college to just party? The Creation Domain Cleric is based on the idea of cosmic magic, something that existed before the gods, a faith in both logic and science and in a higher power rather than just in a specific being. The Circle of the Green Knight was us asking, what would a druid who proactively defends nature in more of an offensive way, not just sitting in the forest and waiting for people to come and destroy it, but actually seeks out and looks for retribution for those who are harming nature. The other writer on the team, Callie, has always been a massive fan of dragoons from Final Fantasy, so you know that we had to do a Sky Knight fighter. The very first subclass that we did for our Patreon, the Oath of Protection Paladin, was actually made for Callie, who wanted a more traditional paladin in the lines of actually protecting those in your party instead of just going for as much damage as you can via smites. Those are 16 of our 15 subclasses. We have our first Artificer one coming out soon, and we also have another species. If there's any of these you want to learn more about, or if you're curious for the rest of them, let me know in the comments.